On the premises, know we keep it playing. Dmp, love it when she roll it like a timepiece. I'm thirsty. Clap, drop, pop. You know I come to see you. Clap it, drop it down. Clap, drop, pop. You know I come to see you. Clap it, drop it down. You could catch you each and every Thursday. Time that nigga thirsty when she touch.
Yerp, it's your boy Blizzy Baxter, Art House Studios, artist producer here. Definitely been in the industry for a minute. Done some things. The records for you name it, Sizzler, Triple X Tentacion. A lot of people in the industry have been doing writing and recording, and Cool's been with us for a minute. You know what I'm saying? I know he took some time off, but he back, and he came through. He had some ideas. He wanted to do some writing, and then he played that Thursday record for me, and it was up from there. It was up and stuck. You know, I kind of convinced him. I was like, yo, I know what you want to do, but this is the lane. You got to do this record. So, it's like he never left. Music is back. Music was the same. So, look out for that record Thursday. Yerp, Lizzie.
Alright, yeah. So this is Andre Chevolo, aka Dre Vibes, music producer, sound engineer for various artists. Been in the business for a very long time now. Produce artists such as XX Tentacion. We produce Chris Brown, Solo Lucci, Chris Brown featuring Young Jeezy. Big in the reggae world, producers like Richie Spice, Queen Ifrica, Damian Marley, etc., etc. Got a small publishing deal with BMG Music Publishing, which is through Sony. But yeah, I've been working with Koolie Koo Koo for a minute. Like, yo, that's my brother, you know. I knew him since he was like a little kid, and he wasn't even on some music shit, we're just like on some family vibes, you know what I'm saying? And then we both have this passion and love for music, and it just grew naturally, organically, you know, nothing forced and everything. So I'm like his main producer slash engineer, but in my honest opinion, he's more of a producer than I am. This kid plays drums, he writes music, he produces his own things, he has a sound, he has an ear for it. And I think that probably stems from, you know, his background, being his uncle was the Great Pumpkin, who basically created hip hop, you know what I'm saying? Along with DJ Kool Herc and all those cats back in the day in the 70s and 80s, you know what I'm saying? So it's like it's in his DNA.
Koolie Koo Koo, aka K.KK, aka Koolie Boy, Koolie Man, aka Guapo, aka Koolie Gordy. What's up? Yeah. Shout out to Tony Carter. Shout out to Susie Willow and everybody at Venice Music Collective. I actually just solidified a what I call situationship with them. I've been doing a lot of traveling last year and a half or so. Ended up in California. Met some reps from over there. Kind of explained my vision to them. I'm on a resurgence right now as far as my artistry and everything that I do. Specializing in the sync and license and stuff. But Venice Music Collective, they're actually an entity, a company that specializes in technology, social structure, music, and distribution as well. And like I said, it's relationship based, and they're a new company, you know what I mean? And they're actually somebody that I'm looking forward to the future with them, because I'm moving non-traditional. You know, it's not a typical record label situation, anything like that. So shout out to everybody at Venice Music Collective. Derived Music Publishing, aka DMP. I'm actually the owner of Derived Music Publishing, and I'm actually more in the game nowadays of doing business with music versus specifically trying to be in the music business. I've done a lot of music business stuff throughout the years, but what a lot of artists don't realize, what they fail to realize, is what you assume is going to come your way as far as your song being in a movie, commercial, video, whatever. You just assume those things happen. You just assume at some point you worry about copyright, if somebody's going to copyright. You just assume that ownership may come, may not come. There's a lot of assumptions that you have, and what I'm trying to do now is take care of everything that you assume would just come your way. And I know how to be a superstar at moments. So this Venice Music Collective and partnership with DMP, which is my company. As far as singles and everything, we're going to be releasing singles, going to be releasing visuals, and for the most part, my company next 4 or 5 years, I'd rather you hear my music in a lawnmower commercial You know what I'm saying? You hear that in a lawnmower commercial, you be like, yo, who is that? Who is that? You know what I mean? Like, you're really trying to hit them from a different angle, and we're being successful at it. Listen, man, I tell you this, man. It's all in my blood, man. It's all in my blood. Rest in peace, my Uncle Pumpkin, aka King of the Beats. That's a whole different conversation, but I'm gonna tell you right now, all you producers out there, you don't even realize y'all pumpkin seeds. Alright, that's a whole different conversation, but listen, man, I'm an 80s baby. I'm an 80s baby. New Jack Swing, Teddy Riley, you know, Babyface, take me into the 90s. I grew up off of writing from Static Major, you know, production from Timberland. You know, list goes on and on and on. You know, my influences get a little intricate. You know, I ain't really got all that time tonight, but for the most part, my influences actually made me the person who I am today, business-wise and artist-wise. I tell y'all like this, as far as rap, you know, when it comes to rapping, my top 5, a lot of people might hate me for this, but my top 5 in this order, Pun, Pac, Mace, Jim Jones, Cam. I'm sorry, Cam and then Jim Jones. And that whole top 5 is a whole different conversation also, but you know, today I use all my influences to be the businessman and the artist that I'm being. That I'm working with right now, yeah, shout out to QSTV. That's family right there, that's blood right there. Marcus Machado, Vicky Cassis, you know, they based out of New York. And I'm plugged in with them, man. I'm plugged in with them heavy. They're a whole community themselves, musicians, beat makers, artists. And through the traveling that I've been doing, you know, we've been from Cali to New York, New Orleans, linking with a lot of different artists because of QSTV. Primo, I see you. Vicky, Marcus, I see you. We in the works. We got things going. Y'all already know. Y'all too sorry. Yeah, shout out QSTV big time.
You know I come to see you, clap it, tree, rock it down. Could you clap it, drop? You know I come to see you, clap it, tree, rock it down. You could catch a itch in every thirst.